Hey guys, so it's Tatiana here, and today I'm going to talk about how to prepare for a performance. And sorry if I'm speaking kind of quietly, it's because I don't want people to be like coming in and hearing me and be like, what are you doing? Basically, I'm a really organized person. Like, it stresses me out when things aren't organized. Like, as I'm speaking right now, everything to the side of me is organized, and like my closet's organized, and I just have like everything organized. So I tend to be very organized and meticulous about my planning for a performance as well. So I pretty much like have a checklist, which I don't really check off, and I'm sorry, this chair is really swivelly, so anyway, I just organize things a lot, and so I have that mental checklist that I go through to see I have everything for a performance. So what that might include is point shoes and backup point shoes, because you never know if your point shoes might like randomly go dead during a performance, or you might just like really need a new pair, or you don't like those, or you hurt your foot and you need a pair that's like easier or something like that. I don't know. Do you guys have easier point shoes? I have like easy point shoes in my brain and then like harder point shoes. Anyway, so I bring point shoes and backup point shoes, and I also bring extras of everything I need. So if I have like, sometimes we wear a leotard under the costume, sometimes we don't. But if we do, then I bring extra leotards just in case one doesn't work out or one shows. And if we don't, then obviously I don't need to worry about it too much. My studio is the type where if you can see any leotard straps, they just have you not wear a leotard under the costume, because it's really messy and unprofessional looking, even in nude leotard, because you can like still see the straps. So yeah, we do it like that. But also I make sure I have like extra warm-ups, like leg warmers, sweatpants, jazz pants, a shrug, a sweater, whatever, just so I can be really warm before I perform. And also I'm thinking this performing season I will be bringing a lot of tea, because I'm a really big tea drinker and I just love drinking tea and stuff like that. And also I bring some snacks, because I don't like to have a full meal during a performance day, because I'm like kind of nervous, I'm kind of excited, we're always busy, I don't have time to like sit down and eat a full meal. So I'll just bring some snacks instead, because I find that that's a little easier. So basically I bring extras of everything, and so like I'll bring extra hairpins, extra hairspray, extra hair nets, extra whatever. And then I definitely bring safety pins and a sewing kit, because if you don't need a safety pin or a sewing kit, it's guaranteed that somebody else will. And band-aids. Those are like 3 of the most needed things that I've ever seen in like the dance. My computer is beeping at me. I don't know why. I thought it was plugged in. I'm sorry. Those are like the 3 most needed things in my experience that dancers need, that and like hairspray, because it's just one of those things that people tend to forget. And make sure when you're bringing your makeup, that I could do a totally whole different video on makeup, because there's just like so many things that you can do in terms of performance makeup. Definitely make sure you have a lot of it and more than you think you need, because if you're wearing stage makeup, then no, my computer died. If you're wearing stage makeup, then it's definitely important that you have a lot on your face area, because you don't want to look like you're just wearing street makeup. I do my makeup at the performance, like before we perform, because I find that it like relaxes me and it just kills some time. But some people come with their makeup done, so you can do either one. I definitely prefer doing it there. So also bring a lot of makeup remover. So any type you want, like you could just bring like the makeup remover wipes, or like the little cotton Q-tip things, just in case like you poke yourself in the eye with mascara and you get mascara all over your under eye, because that's like super important too. And make sure you bring nail polish remover. It might sound weird, but like as you can see here, I have some little bits of nail polish left on my nails, and you don't want any nail polish on your nails unless it's otherwise specified for your performance. So in terms of packing for a performance, I pretty much just bring like everything I would travel with. So I bring like the makeup, the hygiene stuff, food, the clothes, you know, all that stuff, and I bring extras, because extras are always important. In terms of mentally preparing for it though, I am not the sort of person who ever really gets nervous. I'll only get nervous if I'm like the first time in a new part, like the first time I was in core, on point and like all that stuff. I had gone from the year before not doing anything on point in the performance to the year after doing everything on point in the performance. So I was like pretty nervous about that. So just preparing mentally for that, I just kind of try not to think about like what I'm actually doing at the performance. But for me, performance time is always fun because you get to like have a dressing room with your friends and you get to just like hang out, and obviously you're going to be running through things and stuff like that. But don't psych yourself out and don't be like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous, because then you will be nervous. And I also read an article on like people who are afraid of flying on airplanes. So if you say out loud how you're so nervous and you don't know what you're going to do and you're like scared about the performances, all that stuff, then it's likely that you will get more nervous and you'll get the people around you nervous. So don't voice your opinion about how nervous you are. If you feel like you're going to puke or something like that, then obviously tell someone, but don't be like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous, because that just gets annoying after a while and it's only going to make you more nervous. And also go over the dances in your head. Make sure you know where you have forgotten in the past so you don't forget it again. And one performance horror story that I have for you, which this isn't to make you nervous, but my French twist fell out during the performance, and well, it didn't completely fall out, it started to fall out, so that caused me to mess up the dance. So make sure everything is definitely in place, like even if you have to like hot glue your hair to your head, well, don't do that, but make sure everything's in place and ready, and just make sure that you as a person are as like organized as possible so your performance will be easier. Those are the tips I have for you for preparing for a performance, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun with your performance season and do a lot of cool things, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys next Wednesday. Bye.